Welcome. Continuing forward with our canvas, I've cleaned it up so I am just loading my images with HTML tags. I'm now working on my script 2. So we've loaded script 2. I've cleaned it up so it just has some basic things there. What I want to do with this is demonstrate how we can do some basic animation. Now, one of the things that happens when we're animating is we are able to move things around on screen. So I want to create a variable that is changeable, so I don't want to use const for it, so I'll use let, and I'll just use xPOS as an x position there. Ooh, actually, yeah, let's add in a y one as well. Why not? Got both of those happening there, and now I want to use x position there. We will use y position there on it. So that draws them where they were. The variables aren't changing. We want the variables to change. So we'll have x position go up by 1, y position go. And now if we look here, we have it. It's already kind of knowing, hey, x position is going to go across on the canvas, y position is going to go on the height. Sweet. And the final thing we want to do is call this method requestAnimationFrame. This is what causes our draw scene function to start looping. I'm just going to put a return there to spread things out. And then, so we've just added a little bit of extra fun to this. So theoretically, one should go up, one should go across. Let's see, our whole thing was 800. Well, let's just see where it goes. We'll save this, and oh, we can see it's moving. Now what we finally get to notice here is it moves and comes in screen. We don't really notice the fact that it's just repeating itself across the screen the whole way. So the gray edge of this is repeating and repeating and repeating. So it's a little bit harder to see that that's happening because the artwork it has solid gray on it. So if we were cropped out and only taken part of it or had no background on it, we would see that we'd just be creating a line with it. We're not clearing the background as we go across every frame. We can also see how it left that gray on that bottom as well. One of the commands that we can call on this is we can say ctx right there, clear rect. So we can specify what area of the canvas we want to clear. And notice that the canvas here, we see white here. The canvas by default is transparent. It has no background on it. Let's undo that and hit the wrong key when I was trying to get it to come in, so then that will save that. Now if we watch what's happening, we can see how the canvas is clearing on it. It's not creating that continual barring. If we wanted our canvas to have a background on it, then we could set some color to it. Now we can give it a background color separate from the main body of our document. If I didn't give it a color, it didn't have a stripe on it, and let it be transparent, we'd just see these objects moving on our background. That's the basic nature of making things animate. We use requestAnimationFrame to call the function that we want to keep looping. In this case, it's draw scene, so it just keeps looping. But what will be better is if we can take these images and convert them into classes. And that's what we will look at next.